Got one thing that really kind of, well, I guess it's probably a big thing that we're going to cover. So this was early this morning, just after 1 a.m. at a gas station in the 1600 block of South Minnesota Avenue. We had a couple of guys that were in the parking lot, and then a third guy showed up. From all accounts, we don't believe that they knew each other, but we're still working to figure that out. There was some type of argument or dispute between the two of them. All three of them kind of walked into the store at the same time, and this dispute continued. Once they got inside, it escalated, and the sole guy, that's our main suspect, he ended up pulling out a gun and shooting one of the other two men. The victim is a 24-year-old. He was struck in the back and was taken to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. We did get an update that he's in critical condition. I don't have any more details than that. After that took place, the suspect ended up leaving. He was driving a white truck, and we had an officer that later on found that white truck that was parked in the 800 block of North Cleveland Avenue. So at this point in time, we're looking for the suspect. We've got some information to follow up on, but really don't have much outside of that. So can answer any questions, but I don't know if I'm going to have a lot of answers for you.
Do you have like a description of the suspect?
I don't. So there is surveillance video at the gas station, so we'll be working to get that. I know some officers have viewed it already, but I don't have, everything that I had just basically said that it was a man, so I don't have any specific description of the suspect.
So it was two males and they were in a
We had three people,
total.
three
One was the
guys,
suspect.
a group of two, and then a single guy. The single guy is our suspect, and yeah, that's the way it was explained. There was some type of disagreement or argument, but we don't know what that was about or what led up to that.
Not between the two that were together, between one guy that was...
It was between the two and the single guy.
Perfect.
Yep.
Do you know what the dispute was over?
No, we don't. That's one of the things we're trying to. We have some of the video, so you can see seems to be some type of argument. We don't know what led up to that or what that argument was about.
Do you suspect that drugs and or alcohol took?
I'd say it's probably too early at this point to say if there's any drugs or alcohol involved. I don't know that there was any indication of that, but I haven't heard anything about that.
So there were three people that went in originally, and the one was the one that shot the other person.
Right.
And the other two, are you looking for them at all, or were they like? Both the victims, so the man that was shot and then the person that was with him, they both stayed. They were there on scene. So we've talked to them. It was the suspect was the one that left, and there was I think at least one employee that was inside the store. So I think there might have been a second person inside the store as well. So we have several witnesses, and that was. The witness statements along with the video really helped to kind of paint a picture of what took place. Do you know how many shots were?
Not yet. I did see in the report it mentioned there were some shell casings that were found, but I don't have a number of that. So the witness statements were a little varied about how many each heard. So I don't know if we have a conclusive number of shots that were fired.
Will you guys be sharing the surveillance video at all, or is that part of the investigation?
Well, it will be part of the investigation. There are times when we share surveillance video, but we'll have to wait to see how the investigation unfolds. If we're able to, through other means, figure out who the suspect is, then there's really no need to release the surveillance video. But if we need public's help to identify this person, then there's a chance we would release it. So at this, like I said, we're still really early into this investigation, so we'll just have to wait and see how things unfold.
Did they, I guess victims and or suspects, did they come by car to the gas station?
Both of them, yeah. There was two different cars or two different vehicles.
Do we know where they were at before the gas station?
I don't think so.
Any concern like for public safety, or at this time if he's still?
Well, I mean, I guess that's a big question, whether I mean, it doesn't sound like there was any connection between these two men and the suspect, so obviously that could be very concerning, especially when you have somebody that uses a gun and fires at another person. So, yeah, there's probably a concern. We're doing everything we can to identify that person, and hopefully we'll be able to figure out who he is soon. Anything else on that? The other aggravated assaults are mostly domestics. One of them involves a juvenile, but no serious injuries from those. Burglaries are reports. Just one disorderly conduct. That was a guy laying across the sidewalk. Frauds are reports. Sex offense, just one of those. That was a report. And the unattended death, nothing suspicious there. Excuse me. I had nothing concentrated with the vandalism, so that's all I have unless you have anything else. Okay, thanks.